All right. I am back, taking a break from work. Okay, you guys. So today's topic, really, I'm just actually topics because there are three different things that I'm going to talk about here when I talk about my Dear Liberian series. Okay, this is part one. We already had part one discussion, part two, and part three. Now this is part four. So you guys know this is going to be a continuation of my Dear Liberian series. So I am going to be talking about three different topics today. Okay, the first one is having a vision. The second aspect is sharing aspects of your vision and or other things that you're doing to help others. The third aspect is construction. And the fourth actually I thought it was gonna be four or three, but it's actually four. So the fourth aspect is money don't grow on tree. Okay, so this is specifically for our family members that are in Liberia. That's what this fourth aspect is talking about. But hello, whoever's watching. So let's start with the first one. Okay, having a vision. That's the first topic of today's discussion. When you have a vision, okay, you have to understand there are people that will want you to fail. Okay, as you plan, you execute, people are going to be along the way waiting for you to what? Fail. That's the first aspect of all of it. But you cannot be deterred. You have to understand even failures are all part of life. Business, personal, whatever it is, you have to fail in order to succeed, right? That's the saying. But if you look at all the billionaires in this life, they failed at one point, okay? But they got back up and they continue to move, okay? So as you execute your vision, just along the way, even those that you share your vision with, they will be looking at you to have a downfall, okay? Either through manipulation, trying to talk to others to not support your vision, or just coming up with things that could probably have you say, you know what, I can no longer do this. So we have to understand that aspect. People will always want you to fail as they see that you're doing great things in your life. That's actually the gist of all of that part. When you can actually execute your vision, it disappoints the people that are looking for you to fail. So it's very important to keep your head up high to ensure that you're doing what it is that you want to do to reach your goal. Let me tell you guys a little bit of why I'm talking about this topic. So my vision to establish communities in Liberia did not just start last year nor 2 years ago. Okay, this is something that I've had on my vision board since I was doing my undergrad program. However, I didn't have all the info in terms of how I would execute it, but I knew very well that I wanted to do it. So yeah, I am trying to get this community set up, and but then within this planning process and all that, we have one or two bad apples. Okay, it's just a fact that will eventually try to discourage others from doing stuff, and or even discourage me to say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, and then it will sit back and start to laugh and try to recruit other people to say, you know, I can't move on from it. But as always, I just breathe. Oh my god, not just a Liberian people's problem, it's just people don't like to see you succeed. So you breathe, and of course I keep going. Okay, so that's the first aspect. The other aspect of this conversation is construction. You guys see in the topic that I'm going to be talking about four different things today. Okay, your vision, people are going to want to see you fail. Number two, construction. Number three, sharing information. Number four, money does not grow on tree. Liberian people in Liberia. Okay, anyway, so we come to number two. Number two is construction. I am only going to touch on this once, okay? In order to have a decent house, you need to have a what? a foundation. Okay? So, before you call me to talk about your construction project, you have to consider that you need a drawing. Okay? For those who are looking to build structures, whether in the great United States, Africa, Europe, wherever you are, you need to have a plan. Okay? Because this plan will guide whoever is building your home to proceed further. Okay? So what I'm observing is people call wanting to do construct the house, and then I ask them, or repair something on the house, and I ask, do you have a plan, architectural plan? Oh no, I don't have a plan, but maybe the septic system needs to go here. So my question then is, 5 years from now, if the plumbers come, they don't know where your pipes are, what are you gonna do? But if you have a plan that details everything, even 20 years from now, if I come over there to do something, you already know what I'm going to be working with. So you don't have a plan, but you want an electrician to go to your house to just plug things in. And so when there's a failure rate, then you call and say, oh, that Emma girl, she lied to me, blah, blah, because I know we were so good at trying to damage other people's reputation, but not understanding where we come at fault. So before you start any construction project, please have an architectural plan. Within your plan, you will have foundation details, okay? The site plan, okay? Foundation plan. Foundation details and foundation plan are very different things. You will also have dimensions of the various rooms you want to have, and even the walls and all of these things. You need to have that in your plan. You need to have electrical plan. You need to have plumbing plan. You need to have ceiling. You need to have all those plans. You also need to have a roofing plan. Oh God, every day somebody's texting me. Everything that a building needs, you need to have a plan. Even the windows, you need to have window schedules, doors, everything you need to have, because at the end of the day, if one aspect of that house is not balanced, you're not going to have a good house. I'm sorry to say. So it's very important for you to have an architectural plan. So many of you guys built before, and then now you call professionals in to come and make some assessment. You don't have a plan. Now you have to start from point A to point Z. Okay. So let us do the best we can. We're not doing back in the day kind of buildings. Okay. You want a modernized country. Okay. Therefore, if you're building, you can ask any builder in the United States. There's no way they're going to work on a house without a plan. So why must you take this old mentality back to Liberia to think you're just going to put down a structure? I don't understand. Your goal of living in the modern society is to ensure that you take your great ideas back to where you're from. That includes Liberia. So if you're going and you want a beautiful house, you need to have a plan. Okay. These days, people are not... Oh, somebody sent me an encouraging message. These days, people are not constructing those big septic tanks, okay? Those big septic tanks, first of all, they occupy so much land space, okay? People are doing bioseptic systems. And if you have a plan, it should be included. Tell them, I don't want old school drawing, okay? I don't want old school building. I don't want old school drawing. Therefore, you need to have these updated systems. Some of you guys used to, have your ceiling, some type of wood, some type of plank, and that's it. No, they're just modern way of doing things these days. Okay? You need to ensure that your architect is including it in your plan. Modern day calls for modern construction. I'm talking about this right now because just today, my calendar already starts at 6 a.m. where I have to go for my run. I come back from running. Then it starts with people talking, and then I get so many calls today. 6 calls about a building without a plan. So I decided to talk about this today. All right. So that's why I'm a little animated, because it's still very unbelievable to me. Okay. So please spread the word out. If you ever want to do a house in Liberia or Africa, wherever it is, you need to have a modern plan. All right. So we talk about vision, having a vision, not being deterred by failures and or people looking for you to fail. Number 2, having a house plan, the importance of that. And then number 3, something recently was brought to my attention. Okay, I have a YouTube. She's not my colleague, but she's in the YouTube community. Okay, she's a Liberian in the YouTube community. So she said, "Look, this happened. I did a video. I went to a location, a new location in Liberia, and other YouTubers went to the location. But then when she filmed her content, the person reported her to YouTube. Because according to the person, she used the same content they used when they went to the location and they filmed. So if you have Walmart in the US and you go to Walmart and take pictures there, and I go and do pictures there, then you tell YouTube that Emma stole my pictures. Okay, now let us get back to this point. So of course, when I was told about this, I was like, okay, I'm very sorry that happened to you, and blah, blah, blah. But as always, I just don't formulate any opinion until I do my search. So I said, okay, let me just see how I can help you, but let me think about it and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So first of all, on YouTube, you have 3 strikes. If there are copyright claims against you, 3 strikes will make sure YouTube will shut you down. You will never do YouTube again. So even if Emma, God forbid, no strikes, I get a strike, okay, and I decide to YouTube terminate my page, and I start to do another one, YouTube will still turn me down, okay? So for our brothers and sisters back home, they are doing this thing for their jobs. Some of us, we're doing it for awareness, not necessarily to pay my bill, because this YouTube money cannot even pay my car note. Okay, so I'm not on YouTube to make money like that. Okay, so but our brothers and sisters are back home and they are looking for something to help them, which is okay. So when I was told about this, my thought was, okay, let me just make some assessments to see if the information is true, and then I'll give you my feedback. So of course I did. I compared the content, like the content that she was reported for and the other person's content. So I gave my own opinion and I said, contact YouTube, tell YouTube that you went to this location and they need to do further evaluation to determine if you actually copy this individual's work. All right, so that's the solution, that's the solution aspect of my life. I like to find solutions to things, give you the feedback. Look, don't just go with this and I say wrong with things and just come back with the information I've obtained. Let's assume this person copied the work of this second individual. You can decide how you want to do it, but being aware that your brothers and sisters are actually trying to do better as well should be the first thing that comes to mind. So as a creator, you can text her and say, look, I see you have my content. I see you copy my content. Is there a reason why you did that? Or perhaps, can you give me a little bit more info in terms of why you thought that was okay? You know, but again, that's making an assumption that she copied your work. And or perhaps you've seen that your exact work was stolen. Then you address your sister this way. If she starts to argue and does not provide you with further info, then you proceed. But the fact that you want to go straight to YouTube to report your sister, you know exactly what will happen to her account, is the problem within our communities. And of course, I told this other sister, if you copy her work, you need to be accountable for such a behavior. Because look, there are two sides to every story. But my point is, you talk to them. You don't have to confront. But because in our community, we don't want to see other people succeed, we go directly to where we can hurt them. And Ghanaians, they share all the time. Nigerians, they share all the time. People in Rwanda share all the time with their friends and or anything. There are so many YouTubers from all over the globe. They share information all the time. But because I'm a Liberian person, I don't want to see my next person succeed. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure she doesn't. That's bad. So, it's not good. We have to create an environment where we can really help each other foster and grow. Okay, if you see somebody doing something like me, I'm sitting here. Okay, recently somebody sent me a document. They said, oh, Emma, you know, this person copied your whole community concept. If I told you I reach out to the person, you might change my name. Okay, because look, I was a little irritated because that's content that you copied from me. Every word that I had on my document for my community development, this person had. But I should have just literally emailed them to say, look, why did you copy my content? But like I always tell myself, you can copy everything you want to copy. Execution matters. Not a lot of people are committed. That's what I understand. So you can copy everything you want to copy all day long. You're not going to have the drive that I have. You're not going to have the level of commitment that I have. You just won't. Therefore, it does not bother me. But what is troublesome though is you could have easily come and say, hey Zawadi, you know, and you started this community thing. I think it helps our country to grow and da-da-da-da-da. I probably would give you more info. But you just took all my stuff. And now you're running to do community development. Do you think that's cool? I just could have like probably filed some type of copyright thing with them. But my stuff is obviously was not trademark at the time. So my point is, if I wanted to do something, I would have reached out to the fellow and said, look, you copy my stuff and this is evident right here. I started this, blah, blah, blah. It could have either one, create drama, which I don't want, or probably would have gone somewhere else. I just decided to let them be. Okay? Sometimes you need to be the bigger person. And sometimes you have to understand, not everybody will have the same work ethics as you. If that was the case, Liberia would be so developed right now, but because you have so many people who just start things and they don't even end it, they're not committed, they don't have the right motives. Okay, so they just sometimes doesn't work for them. So I allow people to steal my ideas and see how it goes. That's it. So in this case, I encourage you guys, Liberians, Africans, whatever. It's okay to have conversations about the things that are going right in your life in terms of business or whatever it is. And if you see that somebody's, you know, not doing right by you, it's okay to politely don't confront people like that. To politely just talk to them about it. I wanted to have this individual on my show recently to talk about this, but I'm trying to figure out if it's even a good idea, because people like this drama. You know, as this information was coming out, people were like, oh my God, they're fighting. I think that's typical. That's all you guys like, fighting. It's not to say like, oh, my sister, you know, how best you guys can solve this and move on and do YouTube and make your living, da da da. It's they're okay with people fighting. So we just like negativity, okay? All right, that's my third point. The first point was, don't be deterred by failures regarding your vision. You have to continue to forge ahead with your vision. And the number 2 aspect is having an architecture drawing plan, okay? And number 3 is to ensure that we are sharing info amongst ourselves and with each other in order to foster growth, okay? Very important. The last part is, money does not grow on tree. Dear Liberians, money does not grow on tree. I wanted to talk about this mainly for people in Liberia. You see, your relatives in Europe, Asia, USA, Australia. Where else am I forgetting? You got the point. They left Liberia for quote-unquote opportunities. We didn't come to the US to have sleepless nights, okay? Which I know a lot of my brothers and sisters do, because they don't even sleep in their houses. They don't. Some of them are nurses, they travel, they work 24/7. They're even their houses are sometimes even asking, where are you? Some people pay bills in the United States. Let me just break the bills down to you, okay? Because some of you don't understand bills. In Liberia, you have your house. Nobody coming to you. Let me put it in simple Korokwa. Nobody coming to you to tell you, say, my man, pay the house. If you own the house now, nobody coming to you to say, oh, you need to pay your mortgage. Let me bring mortgage down to you. You need to pay every month for staying in the house. Nobody's doing that. If you have your own water supply, you don't even have to pay water bill. You don't have to pay water fee. You don't even need to pay for a lot of things, even taxes. Even though some of you guys are supposed to be paying your yearly taxes, you don't even need to pay for it. But let me tell you, in America, the air that we breathe, we pay for the air. Do you get me? The air, let me tell you something. The air that we breathe in America, we pay for it. And I want to get one person on this thing argue with me. Every time you have to pay certain taxes, you paying for air. There's the environment. You pay the air, the taxes. So we breathe and pay for the air. We pay for the water. We pay for electricity. We pay for the phone that you always call, even at 3 o'clock in the morning. We pay for that. The thing that you do all the time, calling us at 3 a.m., we pay for the phone. Then we don't stop there. Before we call you, we pay. Calling card systems, we pay. We go on internet, we pay. We have an apartment, we pay. For somebody to come and sweep your yard, you pay. We just pay. We pay for everything in this life, in this United States. And then we have some of our brothers and sisters who work at night. They don't sleep. They don't even eat right. Because all they're doing is just working to sustain themselves. And then they take $100 and send it to you. And then you have the audacity to say that your $100, you're sending me that money. Oh, God have mercy. Do you understand what your relatives goes through just to send you $100? Money don't grow on tree in this country. I think most of you guys have the perception when you see the U.S. embassy that advertise how America is great. Don't get me wrong. You see New York City, you see Hollywood, you see all this stuff. It's so pretty. But you have this mindset that when you walk down the street, you find money on the street. It is not true. People don't even carry money in this country. Credit cards, bunch of credit cards piling up. No, it's hard to even find money. The last time I found money was in high school. That was $5. And that was long years ago. That was long years ago. Okay? But my point is, we don't even find 1 penny on the street. So this concept that, we find money on the street, take it out of your head. Your family members are having sleepless nights to send you $100. Even if it's $5, you need to be what? Appreciative of it. Because there are so many others, people in the Philippines, that even when you give them $5, they are so grateful. I work with people in India, and I tell them, oh, I'll give you $60 for doing work. They are so very grateful. But look, my people, you think because your family member just had the opportunity to travel to the United States, they have the money coming from the tree. First of all, there's no money tree. You take that out of your mind. Number two, the government just don't give money like that, because your thing is, most of them, let me tell you right now, Kodokwa Central, most of them know you're filing taxes. Yeah. Oh, I know your tax period coming and say, excuse me, how you know about taxes? Whoa. So you just very less busy trying to find out if I filed taxes, so you can just know if I will send you money or not. And in actuality, some people make way too much. They don't even get taxes they owe. But even if they don't owe, that money don't belong to you, because they have had sleepless night. There's so that the bills are countless to pay in this country. And then when your family member take that $50 and say, this is $50 for you. Like, oh, I can't afford it. And you say, that money done it. Are you working for that money? Do you know how long it takes for them to put gas in the car? Some of them can be frowning to even go to work. I used to work at a nursing home as an administrator. Some people from Senegal, this lady named Nana, although I did ask her one day, I was like, Nana, are you Ghanaian? She's like, no, my sister, I'm from Senegal. I said, Nana, you look tired. My sister, I'm building my house and I'm sending money to my brother and sister in Senegal. And I said, but Nana, you look so tired. But this lady was just not sleeping at all, because her thing was to build this house and send money to her family, her very ungrateful family. So your people in the United States, they'll kill themselves for you. And for you to be so happy that somebody sent you $50, $25, $10, and said, thank you. You tell them that money down there. Hey, no. So I want you guys to desist from this behavior. I talk to y'all Liberian because I read my analytics. I know people in Liberia watch my channel all the time. I see watch my channel all the time, and so the message is getting to them. So your family members, they are doing their best to sustain themselves first. You know what they say? If you don't take care of yourself, who will take care of you? They have to take care of themselves before they start sending you $1 million, and nobody is obligated to send you $1 million. If your family member decides, oh, I'm going to send you a few dollars, that's out of their good heart. None of them should feel obligated to do so for you. So, to mark my words today, people in Liberia, when say Emma says, or Zawadi says, when my family members in America send me money, they are doing it with their good heart. Write it down. It is not an obligation for my family members to send me money. Please. It is not. Okay? And then, on top of this, it is also okay to do your family members a favor. If your family member is taking that little $25, $50, $100 to send to you, do them a favor one day and say, you know what? Hello, how are you? I'm calling to say hi to you. No, don't call for money. Just say, I'm calling to say hi, to check on you, to know if you're breathing okay. Then you can even volunteer to help them. But the habit you guys have, huh? My family member said, oh, Johnny, go somewhere. Oh, I need transportation. So when are you ever going to do something without asking for transportation? Huh? When are you going to do your family member a favor without asking for transportation? You can just sit one day and say, you know what? Even if you have to credit money from somewhere, to just do this favor, it will even encourage them to help you. But what you guys do in Liberia? If a family member calls you, how to do this for me? You know, I don't have transportation. I can't go there. But then you expect them to send you money. So you're actually doing a disservice to yourself. Because at the end of the day, they also need you to show to them that you care for them as well. Not only when it comes to sending you money. Okay? Money don't grow on tree in this country. Everything we have here, we have to pay for it. Some people are even drowning in debt. Debt mean you took money from somebody, said pay, and you don't even pay. But one thing you people don't understand back home is that, let me tell you something. You talk about how America has homeless people. Most of those people on the street didn't get on the street because they're stupid. Some of them lost their jobs. Some of them went, alcoholism. Some of them just could not upkeep where they stay. You want that to happen to your family members? Because if they can't pay their rent, my dear, American people, they have no mercy. You will be evicted. And evicted means nobody outside your house. And then you say, and y'all listen to me well. And then y'all be the simple that say, that one day she go to America, he go to America, and I have 115 thing in the country. You like been playing like, you're too funny. The person don't have 115 thing in Liberia because they were sending you all their money too much. They $100, huh? $100 can add up. You do that 12 times out of the day, you're spending $1,200. Times that number 5, yes, that will put you down a good foundation. But when the person don't already send you all this, then you say, that I don't want them back. They went to America 10 years ago. They don't even have one palaver hot. How you can talk? I know you're good back home. You want to America? You why not bring to this place here? I know you already not steal from them. They say you to do this, you not lie to them. They tell you, say, oh, do a project for me. You send somebody else's house picture. So you need to tell me now, my people. Who's the problem? Who's the problem? I want to know who's the problem. So as much as I talk about people, in the diaspora, building back home, doing all this stuff, the truth is, we don't provide a conducive environment to encourage people in the diaspora to foster, to thrive. We think money grows on tree and that we have all the money in America to give. They are Liberians. The other thing is money does not grow on tree. If I don't have an iPhone, don't ask me for iPhone. Do you understand? This last part is more of venting. I'm venting and I'm People on the ground have this audacity that you don't even have. Hey, this guy's about to. Now you're gonna fix my Benz. What the fuck is that? Hold on. Hey, you guys. Wait. What? Yeah. Alright, guys, I have to go up live right now. You see this car? Somebody just hit my car. So, you see right here?
Yeah, I'm so sorry that happened. He totally just ran away.
He ran away? He left? He left? Alright, you guys, I have an issue here with my car, so.
I don't know where they live.
I think he's coming, right? That's him, right? Alright, you guys, I have to get up live right now.